What's going on, guys? Welcome to Steve Does Stuff. I'm Steve, and today we are going to FDF Race Shops for an LZ and some of the drivers tour from LZ World Tour today. So we're going to be tagging along for the tour, and then they got a private track day at our very own home track in Shannonville. But first, we got to gas this baby up, checked it over. It just drove 400 kilometers round trip yesterday, and it's going to be doing another 400 a day because we're driving to Shannonville and back. Let's do it. Morning commute looks a little different in this thing, that's for sure. Not bad there sitting in traffic. Nothing but the best here. Total 18 liters from Hamilton back here last night. That's good. Alright, baby. Let's drive an hour. Here's hoping we make it. So just doing a little walk through the shop here. Got a sweet sim rig that's set up for Shannonville. Beauty spots are here. The shop is pretty mental. All these has-beens, like all this nasty stuff in here.
My name is Dylan, and we're at FDF Race Shop in Trenton, Ontario. Just going to give you a quick walk around the machine shop here. We can start with the mill. It's our oldest machine here, so I've been here 2.5 years. Josiah basically purchased this VF2SS. He made a post on Facebook and he said, I bought a mill, I need a machinist. So in comes me. Now we're 2.5 years into this, and we've added 2 more lathes and a whole new shop for the machines themselves. So yeah, everything that we can do in-house at FDF is done in this shop by myself. So I can open this up, we can give a little look. These are the Corvette handbrakes that we make. We kind of have a rundown of, this is the stock that we cut on the water jet in-house. So I'll get those off of the water jet. This will be the first op, what you just saw in the mill.
Beauty.
And then second op is the finishing op here. It basically just faces off the other side, makes it a symmetrical design. And sometimes we can anodize them, and we offer them both ways, right? Raw and anodized. So yeah, there's a little example of something that we would be doing on the mill there. This is a live tooling lathe. It's an ST20Y. So live tooling means we've got an end mill here, there's a chamfer mill there. It also gives you the opportunity to do tapping. The head is driven, the turret is driven, so you can use the chuck as an axis. So right now what we're doing is a hex. This is a smooth adjuster, so on any of our lower control arms here, it's on-car adjustability. So we'll run a jam nut on the other side of the arm, so then you loosen the jam nut off, and you can adjust your hind joint in without having to take anything off of the car, right? So this is what we do on this guy here. It allows us to do the hex with the driven tools on the turret, and one and done. So we'll be able to do everything we need to complete that part in one go here. And we'll just go over to the bar feeder. So this is a bar feeder for the lathe. Both of our lathes have them. The stock will go in, and then this guy communicates with the lathe. It basically will advance the stock forward. We'll run our part. It parts it off, ends up in that little envelope there, and then the parameters on the controller will just dictate how far the material advances forward. It loops the program, runs over again. So we can just run as many of those as we want at a time. We can set a limit for the tool length, anything like that. And yeah, that's basically what that guy will do. This guy's not on right now because it's not as exciting as the other ones per se, but it's our workhorse. So we've had this for about a year and a half. It's just a 2-axis. It's an ST15. So it does all of like our spacers, any sleeves that we'll insert. We've got like 38,000 cycles on this in a year and a half. So it just bangs out the work. So it's our little workhorse. It's not as exciting, but it's a very instrumental part of this. So
sweet.
We go over these guys here.
Yeah, of course.
So we made some keychains. So we're doing a little tour with the LZ guys. The LZ World Tour is making a stop by the shop. So we made some keychains as a little kind of token of our gratitude for the guys taking their time to come by the shop. Yep. I know they've already driven a bunch of hours to get here, and now they're driving more to come to Trenton. So we appreciate that. It's very cool to be able to have guys like that come through the shop and show them what we do, right? So
absolutely, man.
Yeah, this guy never got on the machine shop at FDF here.
Thank you very much, brother.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, look at that, Willie. SN95 knuckles. What a coincidence. Got the rigs out here, brother. All right, fun's over at FDF. We are headed to Shannonville to just direct the crew where to park the cars. Just getting there ahead of everybody. We're in a bit of a chaser sandwich. It's a big 1J gang around here. Back after all these years. Shannonville. We're back, bitches. It's been a couple years since I have been here. Last time I was here was with my E46. Things have changed a little, the company and the cars, but man, Shannonville is always such a vibe. It's such a great spot. Looking forward to seeing these boys throw the fuck down. Jimmy and the boys are here. No, fine. Bro, I love this dually. It's so sick.
This is Shannonville. Thank you, Josiah and FDF and the team for holding this private little sneaky track day that we got going on here. We have full access to what we call the original layout of this track. You have the starting straight here. Cars are going to be lined up in the pits here. We're going to have someone on the wall watching the track to see if it's hot. You watch the flagger, they're going to send you on. Are we doing hot track or do you want to do a lap pull off? I'm a big hot track
every
guy.
event that any one of these guys in the US go to, it's always one lap park again.
Yeah, the original layout here is kind of, it's chaotic, but it's sick. Everyone here's sick.
We'll line everyone up in the pits, take your photos, it's cool. This track has like a legit pit lane, old school setup. We used to have our toolboxes and stuff here. It was super cool back in the day. We're going to be entering the track right there onto what we call turn 0 or turn 1.
You can't turn on it.
For some reason, some people call it that. Corner 1 is what we call it.
Yeah,
turn 1
it's
is,
still 0.
you know, you can enter it at around 140, or an American probably like
7?
All of it.
80. 2 and 3 are pretty gangster to connect with just floored up on the berm. This corner here is a downhill, that's turn 4. That's straight, you just go slow, wait for your boys to stack up, and then you line them up, you give everyone the thumbs up, and that's when it's time to party. And then you do really tight tandems through these estimates, couple transitions, finish up the wall, down the straight. That's where you can either dump her into 4th and send it, or you cool down and drive around the corner. So if you do turn 1, you blow them all up.
Yeah, that's the Shanny special.
Drivers meeting's over. Josiah just took everyone on a sighting lap. They're gonna start getting down soon. Tucker Grant. We're about to go for a rip. Got the bucket. It's gonna show us how it's done at Shannonville. What do you think of our home in Shannonville, buddy?
I love it, man. We had a blast. It is a very commitment-based driving track, but I like tracks that you can drive by yourself and have fun. And they're kind of few and far between. This track, you can drive the whole front section by yourself and scare yourself. You can scare yourself as much as you want. It just depends on how fast you want to go.
Absolutely.
But that was a blast. Stoked I was able to come out. Really, really good.
Yeah, we had a pretty good time. 16 of you guys right here, man.
Yeah, thank you.
I love it. It gives you a little bit of everything here.
Yeah.
You get that big fast entry on the wall. The back section's really fun. It just threw in the tires, so you kind of like just use it for cool down. And then I know you guys don't get to use the S very often.
No, they kind of took it away under new ownership, so it's sick to see you guys ripping the OG layout with
It's
legit
so
cars.
fun. I can see why they don't let people drive it though, because it's very enticing. I don't usually wear these, by the way. It's very enticing to dirt drop.
Yeah.
Like, especially like one of the turns, you have to come to like a very abrupt stop,
Right
like,
before the wall?
wall, and like your brain tells you not to. And then when you're chasing someone, of course, you do whatever you can to gain proximity, so people are jumping through the grass.
That last left-hander right before the wall is the usual corner where someone will go off and flip a car if it's soft.
Really?
It's not uncommon.
That was the Shannonville line.
Yeah.
That line was you've been driving here for a long time.
Yeah,
That was
perfect.
like the home track line.
Hell yeah.
That's how you chase them.
Does that mean I'm a local?
Yeah, you're
Hell
a
yeah.
set.
I love
100%.
that.
Fun is over at the track. Some of the boys are heading back to the shop, but me and Willie, I think we're gonna mob back to the city because unfortunately, we got real lives and jobs to get back to, and wives and stuff like that. It sucks, but that was an epic day. So that is gonna do it for yet another episode of Steve Does Stuff. The Mistake mobbed about 600-700 kilometers this weekend. Excellent weekend crewing for Sammit. Sick to be able to see Jimmy and Grant and Adam and all those boys throw down at our home track in Shannonville. Shop tour with FDF was great. Overall, it's going to be really hard to top this weekend. But that is going to do it for this episode of Steve Does Stuff, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.